The number one thing has to be multitasking. Just the idea that we are trying to debunk this whole myth that you can multitask, and you have to reach them at a level where you have to prove to them, convince them that you can't do this. I know you think you're doing it, but you're not doing it very well. And so lessons like that, because they hit home. Today's lesson, thinking flexibility, and just showing them the various images and how they look at an image and they saw one thing, and yet you were trying to get them to see the other thing, but they kept coming back to that one thing. And it's just like, no, but just look at it this way. The activity, the T activity, had one group that solved it in 90 seconds. The other group took 8 minutes, and they didn't solve it. I just stopped them. So we had 90 seconds, 3 minutes, and like 10 seconds, and then one group just couldn't fix it. And then the one member from the 90-second group came up and showed them, and they put that one piece, just turned it. They was like, you can do that? I never thought to do that. But that's the whole idea. You're so fixed in your way of approaching this that you are oblivious to all of the other methods. And so those are just some of the ways in which we're reaching them.
So when we talked about comfort zones versus areas of discomfort, as an advisor, I saw that being a really valuable place for kids to sit down actually with their parents and talk through, this is where I'm comfortable and that's why this keeps going well. And this is where I'm uncomfortable. And we had kids talking about what they were going to do to get into their discomfort zones. And it was really cool for parents to hear kids verbalize that. Because parents know all too well their kids' discomfort zones. I'm sure those things come up at home when they're doing homework and there's frustration. But to have the kids in a school setting talk about their discomforts and have a plan for how they were going to attack those, I found that to be really a productive conversation where we were all sitting around the kid and encouraging them to take risks and grow into those discomfort zones in ways that were going to really benefit them.
An element of growth mindset that worked for me this year was the aspect of feedback. It was really helpful because whether it be positive or negative, because positive told me that I was going in the right direction and negative showed me my mistakes and what I needed to improve on. I really liked Pear Deck that we used in English and many other classes this year, where it was anonymous, low risk. You would answer a question and the teacher would give you feedback on whether you were correct or incorrect. And it was really helpful before a test because it showed us what we were doing wrong and helped us correct those mistakes before.
In the past, I would only participate when I was confident that I had the right answer. Now with a growth mindset, I can participate even when I'm not as confident because I know that the feedback will help me learn and grow.
I've learned new study strategies, how to get better rest, how to study for a test better, how to just manage my time better in general. It's helped a lot though, so it's good.
If I'm taking a math test and I have to figure out something, if I'm aware of how I'm thinking, it's not like I'm just doing the math test. It's different for me because it's easier for me to go back and go, oh, okay. And instead of just going and changing the answer, you're able to see what you did wrong. And if you're able to see what you did wrong, that way you're able to shape your brain basically and know better ways to do it later so you don't make the same mistakes.